What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about a few different mining stocks today, crypto mining stocks, Bitcoin mining stocks. We're going to talk about Bitfarms and HUT for Honcho, Marathon, CleanSpark, and IREN for balloons. And that's it. Yeah, let's get into this. All right, so you know what? We'll throw BITO in there as well. BITO. That's not a mining stock. I think that's an ETF, but we'll throw that in there for Honcho as well, just because I don't think it would fit with any other videos. So those mining stocks, and then that ETF as well. Unless I'm mistaken, and it is a mining stock, but I think it's an ETF. Top to bottom. Yeah, bearish divergence. Technically presented, it is posted. Let's get some confirmation. All right, yeah, Marathon or Bitfarms, you could be. It looks like the Marathon chart. That's why I said Marathon, but you could be moving down for a higher low, something like that. Generally, with this kind of look, I would expect that you go lower, but I'm not really expecting that. Now, I want to say actually, somebody in the comments was what did they say? I forget what they said, but it prompted the response where I said, we're getting really close to the halving, all right, where every miner is guaranteed to take a 50% pay cut. And every time I say that, I have people who are like, that's not how it works. It's like, that's how it works. The block rewards get cut in half. The miners mining the coins getting the block rewards, their payments get cut in half in Bitcoin. Don't kid yourselves. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to yourselves. Especially don't lie to yourselves. But I don't care if you have a company that doubles their hashing rate. They double it. They buy enough computers to double it. The difficulty increases too. So technically, with the halving, even if you double your hashing rate, you would theoretically make the same, right? But the difficulty goes up. So actually, you would be making less even with the halving. Maybe you're making near the same still. Maybe you're not making half as much if you double it right around the time of the halving, sure. But you're still going to be making less, is what I'm trying to say. So what I'm getting on about with that is that crypto mining stocks, there might be some uncertainty in the air with them right now. Like, are they going to do well? Are they going to do, for crypto, it's like, okay, crypto is going to do really good with the halving. It's a good thing. It cuts the supply down, makes things more scarce. Bitcoin is a very big driving factor for the rest of cryptos. For crypto, it's good, but for miners, they're taking a pay cut. These companies are taking a pay cut. There are miners that have to shut down because they can't afford to keep the lights on, because it takes energy for these things to run. And if the price drops around the time of the halving, not only are you taking a half pay cut in the block reward in Bitcoins, but if Bitcoin drops, you're also losing that percentage as well. To be fair, if we look at Bitcoin, it's gone up a lot, so it would have to drop a lot for them to really be impacted by that. Let's see, I mean, damn, man, if you guys are keeping the lights on down here, odds are at this 112% increase up. Hold on. All right, we're good. I'm sure if they kept their lights on down here, they're gonna be able to keep their lights on even if we move down to here, right? So sure, there will be a little bit of a pay cut, but with how high we've grown, you guys, I don't think Bitcoin's going to drop. I mean, 30% drops are common in the bull market. 35 to 40% drops are common. But even then, I bet they're still going to be in the money. I bet they're still going to be in the profits. They, as in miners, right? Like, if they were making money down here, which they probably were, likely were. That's a long time to not be making money. I bet they were. If we pull back, we see a standard pullback that we've seen in multiple bull markets, even at the extreme. Which I doubt. I very much doubt we'd see these prices. I'm saying, in the most pessimistic manner, I would think they're still going to be making money. So, well, I guess if that's a 50% drop, then you take a 50% cut. Maybe not. I don't know. It might be more difficult, but I don't think we're going to see that. I think at the most, really, we'd pull back 25%. So the pulling back of Bitcoin's price, the halving itself affecting the profitability of the miners, it will affect it, of course, but I think they're still going to be fine because we've grown so much in such a short amount of time. I hope that all makes sense. We've never been really around the halving. I shouldn't say that, because around the halving we have been near the all-time highs before, but at the halving we always are something like 49% or greater below, right? And a 49% difference from the all-time high would be all the way at 35.5K. Could we move down there? Sure, we could. Would everything still be fine? Absolutely. Would the bull market would still be on, but I don't think we're going to see that. We might see the closest to the all-time highs that price has ever been on the day of the halving that we've ever seen in a bull cycle with Bitcoin. We really might see that now. You know, maybe we only pull back to 45K. Maybe we pull back to like 47K. 31% drop or deficit from the all-time highs on the date of the halving, where the lowest we've seen before was just about 50%. That's a very big difference. That might be a testament to the strength of this bull cycle, you guys. And the bull cycle doesn't start like really doing well until after the halving. That's when the real strength shows. So we're already pretty strong before the halving. I'm getting carried away. What I'm trying to say is Bitfarms probably goes down. It probably does go down. I'm looking for, you're at 354. I'm looking for prices that are anywhere from like $2 to $2.50, somewhere in that range. If you do move below $2, if you close below $2 on a weekly or a daily basis, I would be scared that you could move down to $1.30, $1.40, somewhere in that area. That's Bitfarms. Let's talk about Hut. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. There we go. Not an easy one to decipher, are you? I don't know. I want to say you're moving down as well, temporarily. You could go lower than this low, but be fine. I doubt you go below this low at 645. You could go below 755, 65, whatever that is. You could go below that and still be fine, though. You might not. You might continue upwards, man. It's really hard to say. The daily RSI isn't helping me. The weekly RSI isn't helping me. The 3 hour is not helping either. Yeah, none of it's helping. So it's hard to say, man. Hard to say. You're at an area it would make sense to kind of reject, but also you moved above it and now you're closing at it. Could you be finding support and moving higher? Like, it's not easy to say. I'm scratching my head with this one, man. Let's do it like this. Okay. If you can close the week above 880, you're likely going to see a move that's going to take you above $12, $13, maybe even $15 in a very short amount of time, maybe the following week or the following few weeks. But if you close it below 880, you might be moving back down to around like $7.50, $7, something like that. That's what I got. So on a daily basis, I'd say the same thing. If you close below 880, you're probably going to go at least to $8, if not potentially down to around like $7, something like that, in that range. Yeah. Hut, not an easy one to decipher right now. I don't have, maybe there's something else that we could use to look at. Let's see, hold on. This would, in my opinion, imply that we are going lower. I think so. Lower first. Getting ready to turn around, potentially. But lower, yeah. 3 hour looks interesting. But the 3 hour can change easily too, so. Anyways, that didn't really help out like I was hoping it might, but that's okay. Marathon digital holding. Bearish divergence presenting itself, though it's not confirmed. I'm having a hard time with this one too. It looks good. It looks like it wants to be good and go higher. I like what you're doing on a fib perspective. I like what your RSI looks like. I like that you're closing higher with more volume. You got earnings coming up. I forget who it was, but somebody requested that I talk about the earnings. My bad. I forgot about that on the last video yesterday. Earnings here, you know, coming into it, we were moving up. We had earnings and they were good. We continued to move up. Earnings here, they were bad. We were going down into it and we continued to move down. Earnings here we were sideways, they were good, and we continue to move sideways. So it kind of seems that whatever we're doing before earnings is what we're going to do after earnings. Earnings here, up into it, up after. Isn't that interesting? Down into it, down after. Sideways into it, sideways after, and then up and then down, whatever. But more or less really sideways. Up into it and up after, but for a very short amount of time there. So all in all, you know, we're moving up into earnings right now. Even if we had a red day tomorrow, we're moving up into it. Absolutely, it looks like we are. So we probably go higher would be my thoughts for Marathon. Marathon might take the spotlight for a second. It might move up to $38.50 to $50, man. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts with Marathon, yeah. I'm sorry that I forgot to mention that in my last Marathon video, man. Sometimes I forget things. CleanSpark did more or less what I was expecting it to do. I think you can watch yesterday's video and say I literally said $21 to $23.50 is where we're going to go, and we did. We went up to 23.5, like literally almost exactly to $23.50, and had somewhat of a rejection from there. Closed the day, you know, going down from where we opened, but up still 2.6% on the day. That to me does suffice for a top. That is nice volume. Not gonna lie, that is nice volume. Man, CleanSpark is another one that I'm kicking myself in the butt because this one does the same thing as Marathon. It follows through with its earnings. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. If it's going down into it, it goes down after it. If it's going up into it, it's going up after it. And I think this suffices as enough for going up after. We absolutely could turn around from here. From top to bottom, relative high to low, you're in that 1618, 1886 area. Could you go up a little higher? Could you go up to $24? Sure, you could. A little bit higher if you wanted to. Let's see how the rest of the week closes. We have 3 days left, right? Yeah, 3 days left in the week. Let's see how it closes. You are literally right here at the very tip, right at an area that you found resistance before. You found support before. Nothing really going back in time. Technically closing support there, but not too significant in my opinion. Still relatively significant though. It wouldn't be crazy to find resistance here and come back to areas that you found resistance before and find support there, which is anything from like 1343 to 1190. And I really would, again, going back on what my analysis was yesterday, if we put a weekly closing high line right there, when you broke above it, you found support on it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times even, then you moved up higher. We take this move up, put a weekly closing high line right there, found support right at it, right? Like literally right at it. Same thing here, weekly closing highs right here at 1189. I already have a line there. I put this other line, 1343, because that's the tip, but technically based off of this, we would only consider the weekly closing high. I would think that we do stand to move below $12 soon. If we go up a little higher, sure, we could go up a little higher, but I doubt that we go up too much higher. I'd be surprised if we went up much higher than $24, but that very well could have been the top before we see this move down to just below $12, above $11.50, somewhere in there. That would make sense to me. That would make sense to me. I don't know what I just said. If that's what I said, I hope that's what I said, but I don't remember. I feel like that would make sense in me. I wanted to say that makes sense to me, but I might have said that makes sense in me. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm being confusing. 236 support. 382 support, 0.5 support. Okay, I mean, kind of, yeah, whatever. Really what it would be is previous closing support, previous areas of resistance support, previous areas of support, resistance, significance definitely at that 1190 area, so it wouldn't be crazy. It looks right? Like it does that. Moves up, moves down, moves up, moves down, moves up, moves down, moves up, moves down. It makes sense. And again, if the rest of the week, if we close down, the reason why I think it'd be worth waiting before like really determining that, but I am pretty confident we go lower, but before really believing that that's going to happen right now, if we continue to have red days, then we will have this bearish divergence print itself, and that could be enough to, to give us some momentum to go down. I wonder if we take this low to high here. It's in that range of expectation, man. Yeah, that wouldn't be crazy at all. So that's CLSK. I do think it's going lower. If it goes higher, it's going to be by very small amounts, and then lower nonetheless. You guys know where I think it's going to. I've beaten that over the head enough times. IREN there, Iris Energy Limited. I think this is a mining stock. If not, we're doing it nonetheless. Let's see. Weird, consolidating, weird chart. I don't know if it wants to go higher or lower. It just might want to move sideways more. weird chart. I don't know, man. This one's hard. I think you do want to move higher, inevitably. But for now, you could pull back to about 470, if not 580, somewhere in that range. I'd say probably below 580, but above 470. You might pull back right to the 618 at 537, and then move on from there. Let's put a line right there and just see. Delete this. Resistance point there, resistance, support, somewhat significant support. It wouldn't be crazy. 535, yeah. And then up, form a higher low. You could go lower. It wouldn't be crazy at all either, right? Form a higher low that fits in with these, something like that, yeah. But all in all, you're kind of consolidating in this range up here. So I don't think you're ready to break it just yet, but when you do break it, you're probably going to move up to like $12 or higher, probably, right? 10, 70, 12.50, 15.50, somewhere around there. And that's it for the mining stocks. Let's finish this bad boy up with BITO Pro Shares strategy. Looking good. You know, the fact that Bitcoin is looking like it wants to go up a little bit higher too would make me think that this thing wants to go up higher as well. I like the weekly RSI. Let's see. Top to bottom. Yeah. We'll see it at $29 to $33. That's what I think. Yeah, it looks so good, man. Yeah, looks like it wants to go up higher. That's easy. Thank you for the easy one on that one, Honcho. Up, up, up. If it moves down, small amount, big amount still to the upside. So I say big, but I mean it's at like 27 now, moving up to 29. I mean it's a little bit less than 10%. 618 would be nice. The 2618 all the way up at 33. Anywhere and everywhere in between is possible as well. So that's my genuine opinion. I like the daily RSI. I really do like the weekly RSI as well. So I mean I like this move up above the 1886, the 2272 to the 2618. It's almost like guaranteed at this point. And again, right in between it, what do you have? You have this like weekly tip high right there. So you could go right to $30 as well. Psychological number, a rounded number, you know. I wonder. I'm like doing overkill analysis on this. I feel like I've already said what is enough to say, but let's see here. Right near your 786, right there, man. 3184, yeah. You are right now right at your 618, aren't you? I mean, if you found resistance here, it'd be short-lived and then probably continue upwards. That's my thoughts, but anyways, that's all of it, man. If you guys like this video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Have a great night, wherever you are. I don't know, man. There's nothing wrong with relaxing. There's nothing wrong with chilling. There's also nothing wrong with getting done the things that need to be done. So do whatever's best for you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.